Hey cooks, on the show today, we're going to use the Ninja Foodi to make some candied yams. I know candied yams are typically made around the holidays, but I actually like them all year round. And what's great about these candied yams is we're going to be using sweet potatoes, so you have a little bit more texture to them than you do when you're using canned yams, because sometimes canned yams, they can get really mushy. These stay up. Their structure stays up and they're absolutely fantastic. I'm Amy and I am on a mission to become a better cook. Hit the subscribe button below to join me. Now, let's make candied yams in the Ninja Foodi. So I have an 8-inch cake pan. This pan fits perfectly in the Ninja. I'll put a link in the description. This is a Calphalon and it fits perfectly in there. So I have 2 decent sized yams that we peeled, we washed, and we chunked into like bite-sized pieces. You kind of want them kind of similar in size because you want them to cook evenly. So this is a perfect serving for 2 or 3 as a side dish. You can put more in here, but we're just going to put this amount because it's just me and Eric. So what we're going to be doing is we're first going to be pressure cooking them for a very short time just to soften them up. Then we're going to add all the other goodness to them, the butter, the brown sugar, all that fun stuff, and we're going to air fry them. Once they get all candied, we're going to put the marshmallows on and we're going to air fry them to brown up the marshmallows. So that's one great thing about the Ninja, because you can pressure cook, air fry, all that in one unit. We don't have to move them, change them out or anything. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have this rack in here. I don't know where I got this rack. I'll put a link down in the description to a similar one. I actually think I got this with another cooker, so we won't say that, right? Okay, so I have a 1.5 cups of water. You need water in here to get the pressure going. We're going to put the cake pan on the rack. I'm doing that because ultimately when we air fry this, we want these hot closer to the air fry burner. We don't want it so far down because we won't get that caramelizing action. So let me get the pressure cooker lid. So the lid is going on, hopefully. And I got this set for sealing. Okay, so we have our Foodi on. We're gonna go pressure cook high. We're gonna pressure cook it for 8 minutes. And we're gonna hit start. So it's gonna come up to pressure. It's gonna cook for 8 minutes. And we're going to do a quick release on it. And then we're gonna put all the goodness on it. We're gonna put our butter and brown sugar and some other fun things, and then we'll air fry it to get these yams candied. So the cycle's done, so we're gonna release the pressure. Woo! And we're gonna open up the cooker, open up away from us. Ooh. Okay, pressure cook for 8 minutes, and they look nice and fork tender. So we need to get this thing out of here because we need to get the water out of here. So let me see if I can do that. Ooh. Yeah. And we have a little bit of water in here, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this out. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit of salt. I just kind of feel like the yams need that, so you can do that to taste. I also have 3 tablespoons of butter, and I have them in little chunks here, so I'm going to put that scattered around our yams, right? This is the goodness.
Almost as good as bacon.
So I'm going to sprinkle on a half a cup of brown sugar. Right? Ooh, yeah. Just get it all completely covered so our yams will candy. Candy wandy. So I have 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice. I'm going to put a teaspoon of cornstarch in here just to serve as a thickener. We're going to go ahead and mix that together until the cornstarch is dissolved. The pineapple juice is going to give us a lot of flavor. And we're going to go ahead and drizzle that over our sweet potatoes. You don't want a huge amount of liquid because it's just going to be liquidy in there. Now this is my secret ingredient. I have a tablespoon of rum. You don't have to do this, but why not, right? Yeah. Now I'm going to season it up with some cinnamon to taste. Put as much as you like. Yum. Wow. And we're also going to season it up with nutmeg. I'm just going to put a little. I don't want a huge amount of nutmeg because it will overpower the dish. And now we're going to lower the air fryer lid and we're going to set the cooker. So we're going to set it to air crisp. So we're going to cook it at 350. We're going to set it at 15 minutes. We're just going to start checking it. You may have to add another 10 or so to it. Really depends on how big your pieces are and how fast your cooker's going. So we're going to start at 15. We're going to check it along the way and we'll add time if we need to. So it's been going about 22 minutes and it's looking absolutely fantastic. Look at that, guys.
You dare take a taste? A little taste?
Do I take a preliminary taste?
Minus marshmallow appearance.
Lord have mercy, it's good. So, I'm sorry, but candied yams around here have marshmallows. You can top it with marshmallows, you don't have to. But, you know, we got to do it around here. And we're going to put, let's see how many. We'll put maybe about 20 marshmallows. Because we want the marshmallow goodness.
Now.
We're going to put this back down. And we're going to air crisp it. 350. I think it's going to take around 4 minutes, but we'll put it on 5 and then we'll watch it. And when we come back, we're going to have some candied yams and marshmallows. Okay, I think we got some candied yams, guys. Look at that. Woohoo! That looks amazing. So let's see if we can get this out of here without crashing and burning. So far, this little thing has been pretty awesome. Whoa! So let's get the Ninja out of here and we'll plate up some candied yams. So our candied yams are ready to be plated. Oh, Lots of marshmallowy goodness up in here, I will say. Wow. And look at that syrupy, oh my gosh. Syrupy yum fest, right? We've got tons of marshmallows on here. Wow. That almost looks like a dessert. So let's take a taste. It looks fantastic. It smells cinnamony in here and nutmeggy. And of course we have the rum in there, guys, and the pineapple juice. I can tell you, this Ninja rocked this recipe. The sweet potatoes are tender. The little bit of rum taste is fantastic. So is just the pineapple juice adds a little flavor. Just all around, it's a fantastic dish.
Miss Amy, I know you're extremely partial to canned yams because that's the only way to eat them.
Yeah.
But how are these?
These are good. You just have to make sure you pressure cook them so they're tender. Because we've done it before and they were slightly still a little forky. And they tasted a little too, like the potatoes had a little bit too much structure in them for me. But this cook was fabulous. They're really tender. And they are so good.
How's the syrupy? Because I know it's really important to get to where it's like candied and not just liquid.
You want to come taste them, babe? Here's some marshmallow. So I sort of ate all the marshmallow.
Oh, thank you. Amy loves candied yams, and if there's anybody who can say they're good, bad, or indifferent, she's a good person for that. So I just want to make sure this is a Skippy duty.
Well, get a yam in there.
Gotta get your priorities first. I gotta wet my whistle. So the sweet potato is really good.
It's perfectly tender.
It is really tender. I mean, I don't know, short of it being mush, really. So it has a little firmness, but it is really tender.
Yeah, not quite like cans, because the canned ones are really, really mushy.
Yeah.
These have a little bit of structure, but not too much where
No.
they taste like grainy or something.
No. No, I like them.
They're definitely sweet.
And like she said, with all the spices and the sugar and the butter, it all comes together. So it really tastes great. So
There's not one that overpowers. The
No.
rum doesn't even overpower.
no, it's just, everybody talks about layers of flavor. To me, if you don't pick like one specific one out, then I think you did a good job of getting a good blend because it just tastes really good.
So cooks, we have candied yams made in the Ninja. We pressure cook them to soften them up, and then we air fried them and put pineapple juice and rum and brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And then we cooked them till they candied, and then we browned off the marshmallows.
And we didn't burn anything. The 350, I think, was a good temperature.
Yeah, 350 is a perfect temperature. So, candied yams in the Ninja. Go ahead and try it. You could actually make this in the oven as well. If you like this video, please subscribe below. Leave me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook. I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/Amy Learns to Cook. And on Instagram, I'm at Cooking with Amy. Wow. Really good.
I mean, it's under an hour still total time, so you could still do it anytime you want.
That's comfort food.